Hi guys, Don here. Been filming in a lot of videos today, and I wanted to give you a progress on what's been going on with me, my current mental health status, and give you an idea of what will be going on for me come Thanksgiving tomorrow, since, yeah, tomorrow's Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, so earlier this month, went to the dentist to get a tooth worked on, and they used this numbing gel instead of poking me with a syringe. So, nice improvement. They just did work on the one tooth, and, and everything went fine. So, yeah, and things have started picking up at the movie theater, especially with us having Wicked, Gladiator 2, and as of yesterday, but officially today, Moana 2. So, we are now entering the busy holiday season with the big movies, companies having events, which means I have an increase in hours, and it takes a toll on me emotionally and mentally because I get tired pretty quickly, more so these days than I should. But yeah, so yeah, and so last week worked two back-to-back shifts, Thursday an 8:30 to 4 shift, and I was a bit late because Mommy suddenly changed plans on me. Instead of us leaving Mandy at home and she'd come back for her, she insisted on getting Mandy in the car, which left me zero time to get any additional breakfast. All I had was a small cup of hummus, and that doesn't really count as breakfast for me. But that's all I got to have because Mommy decided that getting Mandy in the car was more important than me having time to eat before I had to start my shift. As I have told my parents many times that when I worked at Cinemark, we clocked in the break room. At Megaplex, we clock in at the back of box office, also known as guest services. Totally different. So, clocked in a bit late because I had put my stuff away in the break room, finishing organized. Luckily, it was not held against me, and I ended up learning that we were actually opening at 9:30 that day, but they needed me there early to teach me how to use the popcorn poppers. So I finally got some cross training, which was talked about beginning of the year, with all the changes to being done to all of the Megaplex locations of no longer have separate departments in case sport team and food court. No, I still think of them as separate entities. But I finally got cross training done. So I got to learn how to pop popcorn, and not just the regular popcorn, but also the kettle corn. Once I did that for a bit, I was put back. I went back to my position at Podium, and yeah, so down the road I might get to pop more popcorn. We'll see. Friday was 8 to 4, so that was a long shift, and I barely had time for food. Barely. Mommy, once again, was acting like my making to work early enough to eat and put stuff away was not top priority. Yeah. Kind of text both parents like, okay, at 7 I have a shift at starts at this specific time. I need time to eat. I do not clock in the break room. Megaplex is not Cinemark. So Monday it was a 10:30 to 4 shift. No, not as bad. But was still a bit stressful since I barely had time to eat before, and I still ended up clocking in a bit late. And I hate clocking in late. But yeah, and I've been mostly pulling him these days. Of course, a few things did happen over the previous weekend. So Friday night, I actually went to steak Thanksgiving dinner for single adults. So I got to have Thanksgiving dinner early. And then with Rise, ended up going to their Friendsgiving event with my client and had a second Thanksgiving dinner. Technically lunch, but yeah. So I had quite a bit of turkey. And yeah, so yesterday, short shift, but still felt longer. Even though it was only a 4-hour shift, which meant no break, so bummer. Longer shifts, I get a break, but yeah. And actually, before I get into yesterday, there's thing that happened Friday during my shift. I spent the first 3.5 or so hours taking care of all the trash cans in the theaters, theater entrances, and in the hallway, as it's one long hallway. And I end up finding something that we've been missing for several months that those of us who clean the theaters between showings need to use. And these are wheelie bins. These are trash bins with wheels on the base that we wheel around from theater to theater as needed, so we can get everything clean between showings. And we've been missing some of them for several months. I ended up finding them in several of the theaters. Someone, I don't know who, had decided that these needed to be used for the trash dispensers in the entrances of certain theaters. I guess they thought, oh, these are wheels, it'll be easier to move them out, in and out. Clearly they either forgot or didn't realize that we need these wheelie bins, especially when it gets so freaking busy like it is right now. It is crazy busy. So I had to switch out several bins while letting management know, I solved this mystery, which I was semi-aware of. But yeah. Yeah, and so yesterday I did get to work with more than enough time to eat a lunch, did my shift, had to remind my co-workers that, theaters previews for this particular movie starts within a certain number of minutes. Might speed up the process of finishing up cleaning. I mean, it gets hectic. We tend to get a lot more guests, and especially with big movies. But we need to get guests into the theaters within a reasonable amount of time, so they don't miss out on previews or worse, the movie itself. Because this is what they're paying to see. They're paying to attend, to get food, to have a great experience. And before you gripe at me about how much food costs from the concessions, so known as food court, here's something you need to remember about movie theaters. They only get a certain small percentage of the box office take. The majority of what is earned in box office goes back to the studio to pay the salaries of everyone who works on the movie. The actors, the actresses, all the cast and crew. That pays their salaries. That pays their jobs. The majority of movie theater earnings comes from the concessions, from selling the food. And all that money goes towards keeping the location running, paying any sort of bills, paying vendors, the suppliers, and paying the employees, which are the management, the department leaders, the DLs, the full-timers, the part-timers, even those who... we don't do this voluntarily. We don't just do this for fun. These are our jobs. This is how we make a living, so we can pay for stuff that we need. Bills, food, insurance. That's what this is. It's a job. And yeah, I'm venting, sorry. I've heard so much grief about cost, food, and being too expensive. Come on, guys. If you don't want to pay for popcorn, eat before the movie or go somewhere to eat afterwards. Quit criticizing my coworkers and I. This is our job. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah. Long day yesterday, and tomorrow is going to be hectic. You know, it's a short shift. Yes, I am going to be working Thanksgiving, which means I will not get to see Aunt Linda or Bart tomorrow. So, family will drop me off at Megaplex. And probably earlier than 12, which is the time my shift starts. Better be. And because it takes a while to drive up to Murray. And then after I get off work, I'm going to get to do something fun. I will be seeing a particular movie, and I'm going to give you an idea which movie that is in a moment. So this is also a bit of a unboxing video. But the movie that I mentioned earlier, so this arrived the other day, and I can't show it off. Opening it, and yep, this is what I'm seeing tomorrow. Wicked. Woo! Yep. Ordered a shirt specifically for seeing the movie. And I'm excited. Sort of it's become a bit of a tradition for me on holidays, especially Thanksgiving and Christmas, to see a movie. So I pre-ordered the ticket. And so, yeah. I'll be switching to this shirt when I get off work tomorrow. Loads of fun. And so, okay, that's about everything. This update's gone a bit longer than I had intended it to, which can happen, especially when I start rambling, as I've been overtired. So, and this will go up sometime today. Definitely, I've been quite a bit that I'm uploading today, so it might be sometime in the evening when this goes up, because I try to allow a certain amount of time between videos, so it doesn't look like I'm just bam, 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 uploading all at once. That can be hectic. So, that's everything for now. Looking forward to Thanksgiving tomorrow, to seeing Wicked, and as always, if you are new to my channel, subscribe. Still got a few days left in November. It'd be cool to get our spike that I did back in September, or even a huge spike that I got back in February. Wow, that came out of nowhere. So, anyway, so subscribe if you're new. Ping that notification bell so you don't miss out when I upload new content. And I will see you guys all later. Bye for now.